let's talk about the head, an essential part of any human body. And one that brings a bit of dissatisfaction to us for various reasons. For men, it often has to do with the hair. And me, I've got a bald spot back there that I've had forever and ever and ever. And I hate it whenever it shows up. Occasionally you go to the barber shop and they hold that mirror up there and so you can see yourself in the other mirror and they go, "How does that look?" And you go, "Oh, it looks like crap. You know that. Why are you showing that to me?" I don't want to see what other people see as I walk around the world. By the way, that little photo of my bald spot there, that was from our wedding video some 32 years ago. I was still a child back then, so the bald spot has been with me for a long, long time. And so that's not something you care for so much as it is. You just got to deal with it. It's kind of like, having a horn growing out of your forehead. It's there. You got to deal with it. Now the beard here, which is connected to the hair, coming from the same family. The beard, well, I hate to shave. I always have, and I think I don't know if I love beards or like beards, but I do like beards a lot more than I hate shaving. So the beards always went out. And until the serious cooties hit back in March and all the barbershops closed, I used to go see someone every few weeks who would take care of the hair and the beard problem for me. Now, one of the things I discovered was I'm not going to get the bald spot to grow out to match, the length of the other hair on the rest of the head. But I can cut the other hair on the rest of the head down pretty short, so it kind of blends in with the bald spot. And that's what my barber did. Gave me like a number 2 with the clippers. Like, it was like one of those things. It's like a haircut that I think they used to give to Marines at boot camp. And while she was doing my hair, I had her do the beard too and shorten that thing up, And she would take and do a little razor cut there and make it look all very nice and tailored. We should have a picture of that up here on the screen. Came out looking pretty good. And the nice thing about it was, even though I only saw her, say, every 3 weeks, I did not have to shave or do anything in between then. A little bit of hair would grow out here, but it wasn't really obvious. And the same down here. So I love that. And again, having to stop that just, threw me for a loss. Because I started looking at it going, what am I going to do here? How am I going to trim this all up? And as you can see, I decided, back in March, and this is now coming up in the middle of July, I decided just to leave it go. Trim this up a little bit so I don't, chew on the ends of the mustache hair. But this part here has been going since then. Same with the hair. And I've got somebody who's going to take care of that for me, who is going to give me a nice professional beard trim and bring the hair down and all that sort of stuff. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Now, we're talking about things on the head, and one of the things on the head that kind of bugs me is my eyes. I've had some problems inside them, looking at stuff, and doctors have taken care of that, but I've got this thing on the outside, and then I realize now that, the way my eyes look to me, if I didn't need glasses, I would wear them anyway just to hide it. Under my eyes, that scares me. Under my eyes, I've got these little bags here, and to me, they appear to be so large that they should say Samsonite on the end of them. Then I've got this thing here, droopy eyelids, which, I didn't know that was a thing for anybody except socialites. I got to put the glasses down for a moment. I can't look at my face like that. I look at that and I go, oh, darn, what is that? Is that like ravioli attached to his skin beneath the eyes there? So where was I? So droopy eyelid, and apparently that's a medical thing, not just something, for the ladies of Rancho Santa Fe, who get cosmetic surgery done. Although I guess they are related because they took a whole bunch of photos of my droopy eyelids, they took measurements and all of that, and all that stuff has to be submitted to whatever the insurance to as evidence that, this is not being done for cosmetic purposes. And I can guarantee you that. I have had no cosmetic surgery done whatsoever. I know that's hard to believe, and nor shall I. Well, maybe a tummy tuck and a butt lift, might help me one of these days. Maybe for my 70th birthday I can do that. So, as the way it works, tomorrow I'm going to get the beard and the hair trimmed up, and then next week I got to go in and get the eyelids worked on, lift them up. Ooh, look at that! Hello. And actually, I guess that's the deal. Is it actually covers up part of the vision when it's down like that? I really never noticed that till they told me. So, and this has become more complicated than it was before because they called me this afternoon and they said I have to drive down to La Jolla, about, I don't know what, 25, 30 miles from here, on Monday morning to get a COVID test. It's one of those things where you drive through the parking lot and they give you a code number. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe it's like going through the car wash. You enter your code number and you get into the parking lot and they stick a Q-tip up your nose and take your COVID test sample there. So I've got to do that. I've had to go in and get an EKG because I've had a couple of heart attacks in my life. So I guess before they operate on me, they want the EKG and probably have my cardiologist look at that. And I don't know what else they're going to come up with. Oh yeah, they got the whole list of things. You can't, do this within 12 hours and this within 24 hours and this within a week or 2 weeks before the surgery. So it's kind of weird, but I'm getting the head worked on here now. Now they won't do the bags under my eyes. Oh, that looks sad. I look like that. Wasn't there a dog in the Huckleberry Hound or something like that? Had big droopy things like that underneath the eyes. I could scare children with that. And that's the other thing too. I understand when you come out of the surgery, you can be a little black and blue. It would be interesting to see, if I make scare children and make grown women faint when that happens. So, it'd be interesting to see what this all looks like a week from today. Wish me luck. Crusty Bob over and out.